everyone, and welcome to the 11th installment of the Something to Do podcast. I'm Bumpy, joined by my co-host here, Oddzey.
I'm Oddzey. What's up?
If we're sounding a little bit like a soft uwu corpse husband, Neko Para boyfriend ASMR calls you good girl, it's because
I don't want to talk like this anymore.
It's like
I don't want to talk like this anymore.
It's because it's like almost 1 a.m.
Yeah,
and we're both very tired, and I think Oddzey's girlfriend is sleeping next to him. My girlfriend is nearby, asleep. So
yeah, my girlfriend's asleep in the bed next to me, so I got to be extra quiet. But yeah, we're doing a late night podcast this time around, which I feel like has some good energy to it. I feel like maybe this might be what some people need. It seems to be like a lot of people I've noticed are like going through like some rough shit right now, which sucks if you're going through some shit right now. I hope you get better. Do a push up. Things will get better.
Do a push up. Love you.
Yeah. How you been, man? I missed you. It's been a while since we've talked. We haven't really talked like at all since we like finished recording that last episode.
Lots of sex, definitely.
Sick.
Lots of puss.
Okay. Sweet.
No, not actually, but
Never mind.
I don't know. I've just been at college. I think I released my album like a day after the JC episode came out. I make music, so I released that.
Yeah.
And then I performed some of it live, which was pretty cool.
Nice. Good shit.
I've been drinking a lot more.
Not as nice, but you know what? It's a lifestyle.
Yeah. Oh, my voice so hard. Nothing new. That's about it. I've kind of been dead, like from not social media, but like from the online world. Like,
yeah, a little bit.
I don't really know what's been going on, but I've just been kind of.
Yeah, I've been trying
I've been gripping the grass outside,
Yeah, gripping the grass has been nice. Yeah, no, I haven't been, I go on with, like, a couple friends here and there. Like, I don't really talk to, like, a ton of people anymore. It's mostly just, like, a very specific group of people. But, sorry. Yeah, not a whole lot's been going on with me. I've kind of been trying to, like, stay away from, like, a lot of internet groups. Because there's, like, a lot of, like, unwanted drama, like we talked about before the podcast started. Just... stuff that I would rather not get involved in. Yeah.
Dude, my, I don't know why when you said drama, I thought about the Holocaust. But
yeah, dude, some fucking drama. Oh, man, this Hitler dude is being so dramatic, bro. I don't know what his problem is.
No, I don't know why I thought about this, but, I have a roommate, and he's on this like side of TikTok where it's like it's like neo-Nazis, but it's like ironic neo-Nazis. and he showed me this one meme and I didn't understand it at all, and he got into like the whole lore about like what they believe.
Yeah.
And it's like this really niche. I don't know if it's a niche. It might be mainstream and I just don't know about it. But there was like this whole thing about like how these German people think that there's like this, think that white people originated from like Atlantis and like, or something like that. And then like they're meant to go to this promised, and they think the earth is flat. And then they think that they're meant to go to this promised land that's like above like Antarctica. And it's like this place called like Hyperborea or some shit. And it's like a place only like white people can go to. And like aliens and UFOs all come from those. It's just this whole thing. And there's like, like the Wojak character, like the dumbass, like the little cartoon meme drawings.
No. What is that?
Like Le Troll, like that era. Or I don't even think it's from there.
Okay. Yeah.
But if you just look up Wojak, it's like the dude here. If like literally I'll look up Wojak, it's this fucking
Wait, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
You're good.
I was trying to pat my dog up on the bed, and I woke my girlfriend up by accident.
Oh, shit.
We'll cut that out.
Like
okay, that's Wojak.
Not
okay.
this, not
Okay.
Not that. Yeah, that drawing.
Okay.
There's like a version of that called like Chud Jack or something, and
Yeah.
it's like I don't know, dude. They idealized like the El Paso shooter and call him Chud Jack. And it's like this whole lore, and I don't know
Yeah.
why I'm bringing this up, but yeah, and he was like really serious about it,
Yeah.
and he was telling me about all these like Holocaust conspiracy theories,
Mhm.
and I was like, wow, who am I roommating with? But
yeah. He's like
I think
deep into
he doesn't.
like,
I was like, do you believe in it? And he's like, no. I just think it's funny that people believe in it. And I was like, okay.
Okay. But he's still like deep
Yeah.
into that lore, like he's like an inside agent or something like that, into the lore of the neo-Nazis.
No, he just has this really weird. His sense of humor is like laughing at things that like you have to have like a lot of knowledge about. Like
Oh.
I don't know. His sense of humor is just like really autistic, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like inside jokes, I guess, is what you'd call them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
like there's this like thing that community says. There's this meme they have called "Billions Must Die," and then because there's like this there's like this I forgot who had said it, but I think it's one. Do you know who the Rothschild family is?
It rings.
If we were with Rack, he would know all this shit. It's like a bunch of conspiracy theory
Okay.
shit. I want to talk to him about that when we get him on.
Okay.
Anyways, but yeah, the Rothschild family is like the richest family like on the planet Earth. Like they
Yeah.
have, I think, trillions.
Damn.
They're quite literally the richest. Like they own a little bit
Yeah.
of everything.
That's a lot. That's more
And-
than my mom's credit card. Yeesh. Yeah.
Yeah, and one of the, I don't know if it was him. No, it wasn't the Rothschilds. It was some other dude. I think his name was Klaus Schwab or something, and he's like this old Jewish dude who is like
Yeah.
saying like billions must die for us to be able to sustain our planet or something,
Okay.
and that became like a meme
Yeah.
with these guys, and then like they like have different variations of the quote, like I don't know, like billions must goon, or like I don't know, like it's so stupid, or like I don't know. Dude, gooning is so funny to me.
Dude,
Like-
goon,
or like
the
edging.
concept of gooning is fucking insane, dude. Like, you were a prisoner to the porn, bro. Go to the porn cage, bro. You were in timeout.
Literally, my alarm went off, and my roommate was sleeping, and he had to wake up at the same time, but he slept through the alarm. And I was like, "Wake up! It's goon o'clock." Or like, sometimes I'll call him and be like, "What are you doing?"
yeah.
Like, and he's just in the room, and he's like, "I'm edging. Don't come back." Like, okay.
That is crazy to me. I'm edging. Don't come in. Hold up. I'm jerking off. Don't come in. Hold up. Let me finish
Yeah.
up.
No, one thing I've noticed a lot about like guy friend groups in college is that they're so like. I'm not saying my roommate was actually edging, by the way. Like he was just joking, but
Yeah.
I've noticed about like a bunch of guy groups in college. Maybe it's just my college. Maybe I just go to a really gay college, but they like tend to like pull their dicks out a lot, or like be very comfortable with like talking about like whatever, you know,
Yeah.
like their dicks.
Sorry. Yeah. It's
And when I'm hesitant about it, they're like, "Bro, it's like not that big of a deal."
come on, bro. Whip
And
your shit out.
I'm like,
Please.
yeah, no, literally.
Please
Like,
put your
literally-
dick out. Please put your dick out.
I've had dicks like whipped out in front of me,
Yeah.
and then they're like, you know, your turn, bro. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Are you like in
I'm
a
like,
in
why?
a
Like,
line?
you're being a pussy.
Are you guys like in a line? Like
No.
pulling down your pants like one by one?
No, it's
or-
like three friends. It's like three or four.
Okay. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I wanted to say the neo-Nazi bullshit reminded me of that one guy on TikTok. I can't remember his fucking name, but it's the guy who like thought that he was like Hitler reincarnated, but he was like also
Oh,
Jewish.
yeah.
Do you know that? You know what I'm talking about? He had like the septum piercing that looked like a Hitler mustache.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, that shit is so funny.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. What do you think would be like the weirdest thing to like what if you found out that you were like, I don't know, Genghis Khan reincarnated? Like what would be the weirdest like historical figure to be reincarnated as?
Probably the weirdest.
That's a really bad question, but I want to see what your answer is.
The weirdest like historical figure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like who the weirdest historical figure was.
Yeah.
Like, let me see what Google has to say about weirdest historical figure. Julia Pastrana. She was
Julie Pastrami?
By the time she was
pretty
5
sick.
years old, she had started to grow facial hair.
Okay. Yeah, that's a weird question. I wanna move on from
that's
that.
Not weird. That's
question.
hot.
Oh, it's a hot question. Okay, never mind.
No. Like that. Like facial hair on a woman is like so hot.
Oh yeah.
But it said that when she was 5 years old, so maybe I should like not say that.
I like my hoes to have Fu Manchus. But yeah.
Do you have an answer?
No. I want to be who do I want to be reincarnated as?
Who you would want to be reincarnated as, or just the weirdest?
Well, the weirdest. I don't know. I don't really want to be reincarnated.
I would want to be
in specific, but.
God, it's such a hard question.
The weirdest, probably. Who's that one fucking guy?
Oh, the weirdest.
Randy Stair.
Probably the. What?
Randy Stairs. So he was this guy. It was actually pretty recent. Well, it wasn't recent. It was like 2014, I want to say. Or it might have been a little bit later. I can't remember when it was.
That's
but
almost 10 years. That's good enough.
He was this guy on YouTube who, he ran a YouTube channel, but he got really like obsessed with Danny Phantom, and he ended up making his own like OC based in the Danny Phantom universe. And he made the Danny Phantom character, and then he like just obsessed over her. He was like super like just obsessed with the idea of her, and like slowly started going insane because he like developed this like giant crush on his own OC, and he like started to think that he was his OC, and he started to become like he started to think that he was trans. I don't know if like he I think he believed it at some point, like way later on, like after like a bunch of therapy stuff like didn't work, but he like he started like hating a bunch of people, and like this all like it was a root from him thinking that he was like a Danny Phantom character. Like he ended up like truly believing that he was this character, and then later on at his work he basically just shot up his work and then killed himself. But I don't know, that's the weirdest thing I could think of, like as far as like genuinely weirdness goes.
They remind me of Chris Chan. He's definitely the most documented
Chris
man
Chan,
on the internet.
Yeah. If he ever died, he'd be a weird fucker to relive as. But yeah.
What if you were reincarnated as like Julius Caesar or like Napoleon?
I don't know. Have a dumbass name, bro.
People, bro, that's a pizza company. No, but the fucking I forgot who it was, but they would like one of these leaders, they conquered like whole countries at like the age of like 19. And I'm like, bro, I still goon. Like what? Like, how am I supposed to dominate a country, dude? I can't even dominate my own addiction.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I was.
Well, actually, I don't even have an addiction to gooning anymore.
What you could just say jerking off, man. You don't have to say gooning. You could just say you
It's so much more fun to say gooning though.
Yeah, bro, I cannot stop gooning. Please help me.
Gooning.
Yeah, want to hear a funny story about how I thought I had pancreatic cancer?
Sure.
Yeah, so every morning I take these these omega supplements. I like these things. I don't know. I just take them because they're it helps me with my allergies and whatnot. It's like a fish oil supplement basically. But it's since it's fish oil, it gets like a lot of different types of fish inside of it, and I guess like sometimes it can just get, I don't know, maybe you can get more of one fish, or like some of like it can get contaminated in some way or another. And if you're really unlucky, the oil from an oil fish can end up in there. And oil fish is very famous for causing a thing called carriuria, which basically means you just shit oil, like not like diarrhea, but like you shit, like it looks like you just poured olive oil into the toilet, like it doesn't mix with the water, it looks like oil. And it's so that happened to me, and I was terrified. I was like, what the fuck is happening to me? So I immediately like pull out my phone. I'm like, okay, what does it mean when you shit oil? And then like the first like results that come up are like oily stool can like, you know, mean pancreatic cancer. And I was like this is like, it was a travel day too. Like I was gonna go to Long Beach this day. I was like, fuck, please don't let me have pancreatic cancer. And I was like scared shitless, literally, for like a couple hours. And then like I finally looked at like this, like I finally like hit me like, oh, maybe I should look at the other symptoms of pancreatic cancer. And I very quickly realized like, oh, okay, yellow skin, yellow eyes is another thing. Like your back hurts, you have like a lot of other pains. That means those are like other symptoms. Like oily stool isn't, you know, exclusive to pancreatic cancer. And so I was like, okay, sick. And then I like looked into it more and I realized it was just like, I just ate the wrong kind of fish and it just makes you poop weird. But yeah.
Was this all in the toilet still?
No, this was like, okay, so like I didn't bring my phone to the bathroom with me, so I like very quickly like finished up, walked out, and then checked my phone. And like I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then it was like, oh, you have pancreatic, or it's like basically told me I have pancreatic cancer. And then I was really terrified, but I was like, okay, I gotta travel today. I fucking spent $40 on this ticket, may as well, you know, use it. So I'm like packing my stuff and I'm leaving, and I get on the train, and like I'm still looking at my phone, and then it finally hits me, oh, maybe I should check the symptoms of like pancreatic cancer. And then there's like, you know, 3 hours since it happened, and I was like, okay, thank fucking God I don't have cancer, dude. Would have really put a damper on things.
Yeah, that's
especially because like this like that whole week went like so fucking well, dude. Like that was such a good week for me, and then like just fucking finish that shit off with cancer, bro. That would have been awful. But yeah.
Yeah, and Google is like infamous for like saying, oh, your dick is pointing to the left, it's falling off tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they over dramatize like, oh, did you have a slight stomach ache today? Looks like your stomach's eating itself.
Yeah, it'd be really funny if you went to like a WebMD page and it just said, "Oh, you have diarrhea? Lol." Lamau. Sucks for you, bro.
Bro, imagine your doctor said that, dude.
Imagine telling your doctor like, "Hey, bro, my dick's kind of been hurting a little bit lately," and he just goes.
And he goes, sorry.
No, he doesn't even say sorry. He just goes, anyway, here's your diagnosis.
Bro, and he's like, bro, you were not packing it at all, bro. That's probably why. It's probably your mental pain just like manifesting itself.
Yeah, bro. Okay, so you have dick pain. Just out of curiosity, how long's your dick? Oh.
You have to use millimeters.
Yeah, dude. I cannot wait to get body shamed by my doctor, man. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get a prostate exam, and like as soon as the doctor spreads my cheeks, he just starts busting out laughing like, "Bro, goddamn, your asshole looks like that. You think I'll put my finger in that?"
You said bust into my cheeks for a second, or at least I thought you said he starts busting.
Yeah, doctor gonna bust into my cheeks, bro.
Dude, yeah. I wonder if there's a real doctor that looks like Johnny Sins, and everybody thinks it's Johnny Sins, but it's like his doppelganger, and he's an actual doctor.
I hope so.
I wonder, do you believe that every person has a doppelganger?
Yes. I do think so. Because my dad looks identical to Tom Segura, and so I think it's kind of it's coincidental, and I think that it's kind of neat knowing that everybody has a doppelganger to varying degrees.
Where do you think? Do you think do doppelgangers have similar personality traits too, or is it just like physical?
I think they have like certain opinions that are very similar. Like it's very rare to I don't know. It depends on the person.
And my roommate's doppelganger would also be a neo-Nazi.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think he's actually a neo-Nazi, just as a clarification.
Dude, my throat is so fucking dry. I need to go get water. I don't know if you've been hearing me like clear my throat this entire time. I'm so fucking thirsty. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay, so he's obviously gonna go goon. Like this fucking pathetic dude. You know, gooning has really gotten a hold of our society. You know, one level 100 got Riz Among Us.
All right, I'm back.
Hey.
What's up? What we talking about?
If her spam ain't edgeworthy, she ain't it.
What?
It's a quote.
Oh.
From my late father.
From your late
the
father.
Andrew Tate.
It's a quote from my late father.
And now
he was never on time.
And to end, a quote from my late father. If her spam ain't edgeworthy, she ain't it.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so fucking brain dead right now, man. I don't know what to talk about.
Did you ever watch? Oh, I have a or not really a topic, but do you know? Did you ever watch Zaboomafoo or Wildcrats?
No.
You don't know who they are? The Krat Brothers?
No. Was it like a cartoon thing?
It was a PBS Kids thing.
Oh, you were PBS Kids? Ew.
I was a PBS. What?
Yeah.
PBS Kids is so good.
All the Disney Channel kids and Cartoon Network kids made fun of you behind your back. They like pointed at you.
No, but fat kid. No. No, dude. PBS Kids was before. Okay, I watched Cartoon Network and Disney, but that was after PBS. Like PBS Kids was like I want to say like preschool to like maybe like second grade.
Yeah.
But then I watched Cartoon Network and Disney as well, but it was just after PBS Kids.
Yeah.
PBS Kids was more of like a developmental kind of thing, and then after that, it was like when I could understand words. But anyways, well, I guess those two brothers, Chris and Martin Krat. For anyone listening, you a real one if you know what I'm talking about. They're doing like a live show, and I can't imagine when they're going to be performing, because I don't know, but I mean, fuck it. I got tickets to go see them live. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to perform. I have no idea what to expect.
Okay.
It's my childhood.
Got tickets to Zaboomafoo.
Dude, I posted about it on my Instagram and I tagged them and they looked at my story.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's actually them. I think it's some idiot running the account.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I had like a list of I'm looking at my list of topics on my phone that I'll use if I'm like not in the if I can't like think of a topic on the fly. Like I'm looking through all these and like I wrote all these within the span of like I don't know, a month. Like that, like last month I guess I want to say. And like I'm looking at all these and I'm like, damn, I was really fucked up for a while, because I was like, okay, these are all like really funny things that just like happened to me. Like I had a dream. I'm not gonna go into the dream, but I had a dream that I was like basically like sexually assaulted by my friend, and
dude. Wait, I have a similar. Okay, go ahead.
And I was like, oh, this is really funny, but then I realized, oh, this dream is kind of fucked up. Like, but I was like, oh, it's so funny, like in my head. And like, okay, hindsight's like 2020, because like the dream itself was actually kind of funny, but like just the prospect, especially because he was like a close friend. Like I never had like any bad falling out with him. He's like he's a good fellow. He moved away a long fucking time ago. Like last time we spoke like in person was like freshman year of high school. And I don't know, he was just a good friend. I don't know why the dream was like about him sexually assaulting me, but it was just this really weird sequence of events. And like, there's a bunch of other shit in here. There was the pancreatic cancer thing. Just like really weird, like depressed shit that I was like, oh, this would be a really good story. And then I was like, fuck, dude, this is all like really fucked up. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this on the podcast. But the dreams is kind of funny now that I'm thinking about it out loud. But you do yours first.
Yeah. Dude, okay. So in July, actually, so there was a period of time where my family was gone and I had the house to myself for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's when me and Oddzey were supposed to meet, but it didn't happen. But I had a dream like the last night before my parents came back, and in our house, my dad has like his own room that's just like an office, like where he does his work.
Yeah.
And in the dream, I got out of my bed and I just walked to the office, and for some reason, I was just looking out. I was sitting in the office, but I was looking out the door, and I saw like we have a chandelier like out like I don't know how to explain it, but there's a chandelier you can see from the office.
Yeah.
And that shit started like swaying like on its own ever so slightly. Mm-hmm. And I was like, for some, like a part of me was like, shit, like there was something evil like coming. So like I hid under his desk, but like the whatever it was, like this evil like being, like spirit thing, I could feel it like rushing into the room, and I could feel it like literally like go like possessing me. Like I could feel like getting possessed, and like I could feel it like going inside like my core. Like it was weird. I can't explain it, but I was literally getting possessed in the dream by like some demon or something.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and I felt like my body was like I felt like there was like, I don't know how to explain it, but it felt like my hand was stretched up a little bit. Like my hand was like more, like it took me a few seconds to like float back. It felt like I was above my body like a little bit. Yeah. Like it felt like I had 2 sets of 2 hands, like 4 hands. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it just felt like
pairs of hands.
It was weird. I guess the best way to explain it was like it felt like my body was above my body. Like I had 2 bodies.
Yeah.
Like it was a spirit, I guess. I don't know. But then I like went back, and then I was like really scared.
Yeah.
And we have like this light in our driveway that's like motion censored. And from my bedroom, I can see like the reflection of that light like on the wall. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I woke up, it was dark, and I was just like staring, like trying to calm myself down. That shit went off. Like there was like a light, like there was something on the driveway.
Oh, fuck that.
And I got so scared. I did not go out and look. I just like, nope, I'm going to bed. Whatever it is whatever it is. I'm going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And that was that. And I haven't really had a demon or whatever dream after that.
Yeah.
Until like a few days ago, I was sleeping in my dorm, and I had this dream that I was in my dad's office again, but my dad was sitting in his chair, and I was just talking to him about something, and then I decided to leave and look out of the window from a different room and look at my backyard, because I was just like, oh, my backyard's pretty, I'm gonna look at it. Yeah. And I looked out in the backyard, and I saw my dad working down there, and I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. He was literally just in the office, like he would not be down there. So I walked back to the office, and I still saw him there, and I was like, okay, one of them is not my real dad.
Yeah, one of them is a skinwalker.
For some reason, a part of me like knew like the version of my dad that was in the office was like not real.
Yeah.
Like a part of me just knew. And then like it's almost as if whatever that being was, it immediately recognized that I knew it wasn't it.
Yeah.
And it instantly like changed. Like it wasn't even like a morph, like a slow, like it just like flipped. And I didn't even realize it in the dream that it changed. I only realized it as I recalled it. But I realized it changed into like this girl, and it was like this like really hot girl. And I was like, my
dad turned into a girl with really big boobs.
No, it was like this really hot girl, and it was like trying to seduce me, and I was like, no, like you're a demon, like no, I'm not falling for this. And she's like, oh, like am I, like, and then like she ended up like actually seducing me, and like I fell for it, and I was like, fuck it.
No, he fucked a demon in the dream, bro. Shit.
Well, I didn't actually fuck her, because once I caved, some part of me was like, no, you have to wake up, and then I woke up.
Yeah.
And like that was it. But it was weird. And then I told my roommate about it, and he was like, dude, you had a succubus dream. And I'm like, what's that? And I was like, and he was like, oh, that's like a demon that like uses like seduction to like attach to you. It's like really bad. And I was like, well, I didn't actually do anything with her. But I did cave in. And he's like, just pray before you go to sleep, bro. I was like, okay.
Dude,
Yeah, that was no more interactions with that. That's the only time I had that dream.
the concept of like a succubus in general is like so dumb, because it's like, oh, I'm a demon, I'm gonna suck your dick. Like, I'm a really hot demon. Don't let me suck your dick.
No, what it is that it uses that because it knows humans are like into like that.
Yeah.
And it uses that to like attach to them, and it uses that as an invitation
Okay.
because all demons need apparently is like an invitation. So if you hear like slamming on a door and there's no one there, like don't open the door and look out, because if you open it, like we're knocking and like you opened it, meaning they can come in. And it's the same thing with this. It's like if you fall for the seduction or whatever, it's an invitation that like you're giving them consent basically.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, that's the whole idea, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe in that.
My dream was a lot more different. Like it was a lot less. I don't know. It was very strange. So, in the dream, I was like asleep in my bed, and I look over and I see my friend, and he's just like in a chair watching me sleep, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, oh, nothing, don't worry about it, just go back to sleep. And I see that his hand is like underneath his sweater, and his sweater is like covering his lap, and he's fucking beating his meat. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Are you jerking off? And I can't remember exactly what was said in the dream, but it was like, me trying to be like, dude, fucking like get the fuck out of my room, what are you doing? And him just being like, no, don't worry about it. And then like the dream takes like a really like weirdly hilarious turn, or really hilarious turn, and he busts a nut, but his dick farts while he does it. And so like he's busting a nut, but his dick is like going like at the same time. So like,
Ew.
I'm like thinking about it, like I can't not laugh about it, but like in the dream it was like just it was very, very normal for me. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And like, I was getting really pissed off about it, and I was like, okay, I need to get the fuck out of this room. So I was like trying to leave, and he was like stopping me from leaving, and he was like grabbing onto me, like trying to keep me from leaving. And I was like, I don't like dude, get the fuck off of me. And like he's a big dude, like he's like, I don't know, like 200 pounds ish around there, and it's like a lot of muscle. He's a very big guy. And so he grabs onto me, and he's like wrestling with me, and I'm like screaming to try and get help from my dad. I'm like screaming like Dad, get the fuck in here. My dad wrestles my friend off of me and is able to get him off of me. And then my friend like reaches for like a pocket knife that I keep on my desk, and he tries to like cut my dad with it, but my dad's able to like it's like some James Bond shit. Like he grabs his wrist and like twists it around his shoulder and like breaks his wrist. And like in the dream, my friend just starts going like, ah! Like a really like voice cracky scream, like a 14-year-old scream. And then that's the last that I remember from it. Like I'm pretty sure I woke up from there, but it was like a very like weirdly like terrifying, but like in hindsight kind of funny dream about my friend trying to sexually assault me.
Yeah, that is weird. What the fuck?
And it's not like, I don't know why the fuck I had it. Like he's not like a bad, like he's never anybody who would do that. Like he's a very nice guy. I don't know why the fuck I had like that weird dream about him, but that happened. So yeah,
I think it's like the whole thing where it's like dreams are never like what they literally show. It's like an underlying thing.
Yeah.
That, like for example, maybe you could feel like your like your friends might be taking advantage of you or something like that, or like someone's taking advantage of you.
Maybe.
And then I don't know, maybe whatever. I don't know.
Well, also sometimes dreams just have like very weird like non-meanings of like they just don't mean any. 'Cause sometimes you have the dreams where you're like, you're dreaming of driving through an empty mall on Segways with Obama, and you know, he's telling you like you're telling him like, man, I'm terrified of my future, like what if I fail? And then he's like, but darling, what if you fly, or something like that, you know what I mean? Some bullshit.
I think
like
there's
that.
I think there's some deep connotations about and metaphors about that, actually. I think it's about
Obama telling you to chase your dreams. You think Obama is like an omen?
Yeah.
Like if Obama like shows up in somebody's dreams, it's him, like it's like direct intervention with the dream haver.
Yeah, he's like hooked up. He's hooked up to like this like the Inception machine where he can like go into anyone's dreams.
He's having
Dude,
direct intervention.
do you know about the guy?
Yeah.
The have you seen this man in your dreams?
Yeah, dude. Oh, I fucking forgot about that guy.
Creepy looking dude.
It's a creepy looking dude, but like everybody says, like in their dreams, it's like somebody that they go to for like advice, that they go to for like,
and he helps them.
Yeah, and he helps them. But like thinking about his fucking face, like right now, it's giving me goosebumps. It's such a fucking terrifying thing, dude.
Yeah, I can easily like think about it right now.
Yeah, yeah. So it's so weird. Like I've personally never dreamed about him. So like I haven't seen him other than like the picture of him. But it's so strange to me because like so there's this thing where you can't dream a face that you haven't seen. Like it could literally be like a face that you looked at for like half a second on the street, so long as you've seen them and they're like now in like somewhere in your brain, like there's some neuron traveling through your brain that you just like aren't aware of. Like it still could be there to create that face in your dream. But you can't dream of people that you've never seen before. Which is why I find the like, have you seen this man thing so weird, because it's, it looks like an artificially generated face. Like I think somebody was like, yeah, if you take like the average of like every human face on the earth, you get a face that resembles like pretty close to the have you seen this man thing, which is like fucking crazy to me.
Well, my problem with that is also like, now that like the image is out, it's like more people are exposed to it and are thinking about dreaming about it.
Yeah. Which
just like, you know, like kind of ruins like what it was originally. So you have to take all those out and just factor in like who really originally dreamed about that face before even knowing about it.
Yeah. Well, it's also like, what terrifies me even more isn't that like somebody didn't see that face and they just so happened to randomly dream about that face. It's that they've seen that face like just saying that giving me goosebumps, but them seeing that face in person, like them encountering somebody with that terrifying ass fucking mug.
Yeah, the reason I saw this TikTok of someone that looked like identical to that dude, and they were just like doing like this dude, like they were like twerking and shit, like it was a stupid dance, and they're just like mocking it, but like it scared the shit out of me, like just seeing it as a real person.
Yeah, it's terrifying, dude. Yeah, it's fucking. Well, it's terrifying, but it's also like, okay, if he's there to like offer people advice or like help or something like that, then okay, like, you know, looks can be deceiving, you know, maybe that's just the face of God, you know, that's what he actually looks like. I mean, if it is, it's like, god damn, you got a fucked up mug, but it's not what I was expecting.
Do you
but
think
shit,
there was some like otherworldly like intervention with like helping us advance through things? Because there's like this conspiracy theory that like with every like huge human advancement, there was like some otherworldly interference, like with the pyramids, or like with like technology, like now, like how it just like logarithmically or exponentially, like, you know, grew. Like even like 30 years ago, like tech was so shit compared to now. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 30 years ago though, like we and our parents were there to see that evolve. Like that's a bit more understandable. But like I do get what you mean. I think anything is possible, honestly. Like with how weird and unpredictable the universe is, I think it is possible for that to be a scenario. I'm not going to say it's like it's, you know, it's definite. You know, it's a hypothesis, and I'm not going to throw it away. But you know, with just like how big and expansive the universe is. It's like, okay, like that doesn't, like, the possibility of that doesn't seem so small once you take that into account. I don't know. I have like weird thoughts. Like I don't think any of them are true, but just like weird. Like, okay, what if this was a thing? Like, what if we were, you know, like the same way that we look into, you know, our 2D simulations of, you know, some kind of program of like, you know, the little 2D cells that we have like on a pixelated screen. What if somebody does the same thing to us in the 3rd/4th dimension? You know what I mean? Like, what if somebody is looking at us with like, you know, 3 dimensions plus time, and they're able to control everything that's going on in a simulation? I think if there is a God, that's probably what it would be closest to, is, you know, somebody experimenting on a simulation of their own making, of like of a higher dimensional being's making. And they have like superior technology and superior things like that. Again, not saying this is real. Like, this is very like, you know, out there and very like, you know, very spectacular theories, I guess. I don't know. It is very, very, very strange hypothesis, but, you know, it's something that like I think about and like you can't really disprove because, you know, we don't know, wouldn't even know what the 4th dimension /5th dimension looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's cool how Interstellar made time like a physical dimension.
Well,
that was cool.
Yeah. Well, what I love talking about is the argument between what the 4th dimension is, because there is argument that the 4th dimension is time because it can be measured like, you know, the X, Y, and Z axis. But the difference is that like it's complicated.
Time isn't. It's a concept. It's not like a. Time is like a measuring device. Time is only.
Yeah.
It's. I don't think. Oh, maybe. I was gonna say it's not like a. It's not something you could like, you know. It's something we made up. Yeah. Or we don't make it up, but it's something that it's always going. But now I'm thinking like maybe, you know, since we just physically are limited to this dimension of living that we physically couldn't wrap our heads around how time could be a dimension. So maybe.
Yeah. Well, maybe because like when you think of a dimension, you think of something that you can move backwards and forwards through. Like you think of like, you know, the Z-axis, and you can move up and down through it. But when you see, or you can just move through a dimension. Like you can move through areas of space, but all of a sudden once you take time into the equation, it's like, okay, you can't technically move through time. Like you can't move through time, but you technically do, I guess, in a weird way. Like time is something that is like affected by space. Like time and space react with one another. Like the closer that you get to a gravitational source, it dilates time. Like the black hole, or just any black hole in general, not just the black hole in Interstellar, but like, you know, if you start approaching a black hole, from your point of view, you will head towards the black hole. You'll slowly start picking up speed the closer and closer you get to the singularity. But from an outside perspective, you would just kind of slow down because for everybody else, time is starting to go way slower. Or for everybody else, it looks like you're going a lot slower. And you slowly start to get more and more redshifted because the photons that are reflecting off of your body and being produced by your body can't even escape the event horizon. And so you just kind of you just get more and more redshifted until you just fade to nothingness. And so like how, like it's so weird too, because we perceive time through photons. Like we perceive time through sight and sound waves. We don't perceive it as an entity of itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the problem is with that it's not a problem, but I don't think I believe that wholeheartedly. I think the 4th dimension it lifts the constraints of the 3rd. Okay, so You know how with like 2 dimensions you can only go like up and down, left and right,
Mm-hmm.
and then with the third you can go through something.
Yeah.
And now it's like a cube. You know, you can go through. I think with the 4th dimension, you'll be able to go through like any object. You know what I mean? Like you won't be constrained by the fact that it's 3 dimensions, because you'll be on a different plane of existence, and you'll be able to go through every object. That's what I think the 4th dimension
maybe
would look like.
maybe 4th dimension is going through time, but also like time is so strange.
Not
like,
even time, just objects.
Well, yeah,
Like-
but
like-
time. Well, who's to say that
Yeah.
time isn't an object? Because
I
we don't
guess.
like time is so fucking weird. Like thinking about time is like because we don't perceive time. We perceive the universe's reaction to time. Like we perceive photons, you know, we perceive photons moving at a specific speed that we've given meaning to because of time, but we don't experience time itself. You know what I mean? It's like it's so fucking weird to me.
What do you mean we don't experience time?
We don't. I don't know. Like we do experience time, but it's like not like you can't just look at time. Like you can look at what time it is, but you don't feel it. You don't hear it. You don't look at it. It's you.
That's right. Yeah.
You see the photons.
You can't sense it.
You see the photons bouncing off of something, and you can see that there's like time that happens between, you know, something moving closer to you and further from you, but you don't feel the time of that. You just know that it happens over a specific period of time. You know what I mean? It's so fucking difficult to explain this shit, but it's so cool to think about. You know what I mean? Yeah, I keep saying you know what I mean, but yeah.
No, I do. No, I get it. Like there'd be different, like there could theoretically be like different types of time between different objects moving at different speeds.
Well, and time is different for everything else. You know what I mean? Like if you if a black hole can slow down time until it's basically non-perceivable, who's to say that you couldn't, in a sense, reverse time?
I don't think time can go back. I think with time you can make it go slow.
Yeah.
You can make it go fast.
Well, yeah, and that's what's so fucking complicated.
I don't think you can't go back. You can't go back. I don't think you can go back with time.
And that's what's complicated about it, is like we can't move backwards through it. We can move through it, but we can't necessarily go back. Like you can't comprehend moving through time as like a backward and forward motion like you can with moving through space in the 3rd dimension. You know, like moving from one side of the room to the other side of the room. Like you can comprehend that, but moving through time is so like, because like there's time dilation, and like what is moving backwards through time? Because like if you're moving like slower, if you're experiencing time slower than somebody else, then from their perspective you are back in time.
Yeah.
And so
also,
it's just confusing.
I don't think you can go back in time, because even like, let's assume like time was a physical object or whatever, there'd be like infinite of it. And I guess you could theoretically go back like an instant, but like you would be stuck forever. There was just infinite amounts of time. Like to even go back 1 second would take you an infinite amount of time.
Well, there was an interesting thing. I think this was in a Vsauce video. I can't remember what the exact distance and time spent away from Earth was, but it was like, I think somebody aboard the ISS for 1 year, because of the time dilation difference from orbit and from on the surface of the Earth was so different, that if you spent a year up on the ISS, by the time you came back down after that year, I think it was like you would be something like 1 or 2 seconds behind everybody else. And so you quite literally, like you slowed time enough for yourself to the point where you moved backwards in time relative to everybody else.
Yeah, that's the thing with time. It's relative.
Yeah, and so it's like, okay, well now it's like, now you can move. So is time a dimension? Because we don't fucking know what the fourth dimension is, you know, like.
Yeah.
So it's so complicated.
And with time travel, it depends on who's looking at it.
Yeah.
Like whose perspective, you know. Because for the astronauts, it wasn't time travel, but for us, it was time travel, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, for them, they were experiencing everything normally. And for us, we were experiencing everything normally, but us perceiving them, it went by just a little bit slower, which is just, I don't know. It racks my brain in the best way possible.
Dude, we're going to listen to this in the morning and be like, what the fuck?
Dude, I'm willing to bet that we're going to listen to this in the morning and we're going to be like, damn, we are fucking smart as shit, dog. Some shit like that, man.
Definitely not.
I don't know, man.
Definitely not.
I'm feeling weird about this episode. Like, damn, I don't want to post this, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I don't need this. This is a perfectly good episode,
dude. Can you put like in the faintly in the background, put like cricket sounds, like it's like we're out, like in the middle of the night.
Well, yeah, because that's basically what this is. You know, it's like us. It's
literally.
It feels like I'm like talking on like a staircase of like a dead night city. I don't know what the fuck I just said.
It's more of like. No, it's like when you're in the backyard on like those white lawn chairs.
Yeah, dude.
And you're just like chilling.
Just hanging out, man. Yeah. Yeah, I miss this. I missed you, man. I missed you a lot. Like I don't say it a whole lot.
Yeah, I've been off.
Like I missed you a lot, man. And I appreciate talking to you a whole lot. It's good.
I do too, man.
It's good having you back.
It's good, yeah.
It's good hearing from you, man.
Yeah, as when college eases up, I'll be on more.
All right. It's good to hear, man.
I haven't been on. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I've just had remember slowroads.io?
Oh yeah, dude. Dude,
I've been doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, Slow Roads was like a trip for me because that was like quite literally like that was a fucking like I'm pretty sure I've told that story on the podcast before, but like that was
just retell it for like a second.
Yeah,
for people who don't know.
So for those of you who didn't tune into that episode, I'm not sure which episode it was, but the first time that I ever tripped on shrooms, I was in a call with Bumpy, a friend, somebody that we're not friends with anymore, and Ryder, who I don't know. You guys probably don't know who he is, but we were in a call, and I only took like a gram of shrooms. I didn't take a whole lot, but it was enough to like have a light trip, and it took like a while for them to kick in. But once they did kick in, Ryder was like showing me all these like fucking weird websites that you could go to that would show you these really cool patterns, and like this music website that sounded really fucking cool. And he was playing Aphex Twin. It was the first time that I ever heard Aphex Twin, and I was like fucking off the planet. Like it was amazing. And then
he was in the woods.
Yeah, dude, I was fucking. It was an amazing experience. And then we were playing slowroads.io, which is this browser driving game. And Aphex Twin, what was it? It was Ambient Works number 2, and then number 3 from the album, or the third song from the album. It's this very like serene, like peaceful, somber song. Started playing while the game was glitching out. There's like some like level of detail glitch, and my car just started floating. And it was like beautiful, and then I was like, oh man, I'm surrounded by like such good friends that are like willing to be here for me through all of this. And I just started like crying my fucking eyes out because I was just so fucking happy. Like it was an amazing experience. Like it was beautiful.
Yeah, those are good times.
Those were good fucking times.
Well, not actually for me, but yeah, because I was going through it at the time. I'm doing good now.
It was I wouldn't classify it as a good time. I would classify that night as a good time, but that whole stretch of months there was a very weird time. Like, Like we straight up like almost stopped being friends for a little bit there, which was like,
that was so stupid.
yeah, it's fine, man. It's fucking like it was. I was more like worried than anything. Like I knew like everything would be all right between us, but like I don't know. I was worried about you. You know, you're my bud. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate it, bud.
No problem, blood.
I actually said bud, not blood.
Oh, my bad.
Because you called me bud.
My bad, pimp.
Pimp.
My bad.
All right.
Hey, yo, dead ass G. My bad, pimp.
Pimp.
Oh shit. All right. Is that gonna?
Dude, I have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, neither do I. We've been recording for about an hour. Like what? Almost an hour. It'll be about an hour. You wanna? Are we wrapping it up about now?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks to everybody for watching. Sorry it took so long to finally like get a topic to talk about this episode. We kind of had a slow start there, but hopefully you guys were able to stick along for the ride. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 11 of the Something to Do podcast. Our channels will be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Also, before I go, don't want to forget this. Be sure to check out The Artist if you want to get any cool art like how we have on our screen right now of everything you're seeing, because she's a college student, and she would appreciate anything if you guys just want like a profile picture, something like that. Super cool. And with that being said, I think that's it. See you guys later.
Yeah. See ya.